Hello everyone. Today I am going to doing revision on third unit of network security and management, that is intrusion detection system. So what is in the intrusion detection system, that is short form is called as IDS, has existed for a long time. Some of the earliest forms included night watchman and guard dogs. In this case, the watchman and guard dogs served two purposes. They provided a means of identifying that something bad was happening, and they provided a deterrent to the predator. Most thieves were not interested in facing a dog, so they were unlikely to attempt to rob a building with dogs. The same is true for a night watchman. Thieves did not want to be spotted by a watchman who might have a gun or who would call the police. Burglar and car alarms are also form of ideas. If the alarm systems detect an event that it is programmed to notice, such as the breaking of window or the opening of doors, lights go on, an alarm sounds, or the police are called. The deterrent function is provided by a window sticker or a sign in front yard of the house. Cars often have a red light visible on the dashboard to give an indication that an alarm is active. All these are examples share a single principal aim: detect any attempt to penetrate the security perimeter of the item being protected. So this is an original basic idea to form an ideas system. So now we'll see the first question. What is mean by define ideas? This is the functions performed by intrusion detection system. Intrusion detection, that is ID, is the process or monitoring the events occurring in a computer system or a network and analyze them for sign of intrusion. Art intrusion can be defined as any set of actions that attempts to compromise the integrity, confidentiality, or availability of resources. Ideas are software or hardware products that automate this monitoring and analysis process. An intrusion detection system is the next line of defense system. IDS is a device, typically another separate computer, that monitors activity to identify malicious or suspicious events. Malicious means unwanted things has been happened, or suspicious identities. A model of IDS as shown in diagram. The component in the figure are the basic elements of an IDS, which is based on common intrusion detection framework. An IDS receives raw input from sensors. It saves those inputs, analyze them, and take a controlling some actions. So here you can see the components of IDS framework, where countermeasure is there, a raw event source is there, then that raw event source has been analyzed, and after analyzing that will be stored in the database, and then raw event takes the countermeasures and then reaction to those events. So these are the mainly basic components of IDS framework is there. So IDS means intrusion detection system. Intrusion is what the unwanted thing has been happened in the particular environment that we need to detect it. That is the main concept of IDS systems. Now suppose in the network we are working together, network is formed by the n number of computers. Now suppose in the network, suppose someone is trying to hack something, that is intrusion is detected, means that is the, you have to detect the intrusion and you have to take the actions on that particular intrusions. That is the work of IDS system. So intrusion detection performs a variety of functions like monitoring the user and system activity, as I now only given the example. Now suppose the 5 to 10 people are working together in the groups. Then they have to do the works related to the industry of the college only. They are not pass the information important or privacy information to the others. So you have to monitor the users. Even the system activity has been monitored by the IDS. Then auditing system configuration for vulnerabilities or misconfiguration. Vulnerability is the weakest point in the network that we need to find out, or misconfiguration any happens, or any new programs has been there, hidden programs are there which will affect your computer and all, that you need to always auditing by the fixed amount of times, that will do by the intrusion detection systems. Then assessing the integrity of critical system and data files. You have to always maintain the integrity. Integrity is the very important issue point of from the security point of view. Integrity means what? When the user want to send the information to the receiver, then from point to point we have, when you are sending the information during that transmission part, we have to maintain the originality. If the originality is not maintained, means you are not maintaining the integrity. When you maintain the originality of information or message, then you can say the integrity is achieved. Then recognizing known attack patterns in the system activity. When the IDS has been developed, then your database, you need to store the different type of patterns. How the intrusion will come, what are the patterns, like that. You have to store the pattern. So when any unwanted thing or stored activities occur at that time, by seeing that patterns, the computer will understand that this is an attack on the system, on the network. Like that, you have to recognize the attack patterns. Then identifying abnormal activity through the statistical analysis. Even you need to make the analysis which is the normal pattern and which is the abnormal pattern. Like for that, you need to develop the statistical analysis. Then managing audit trails and highlighting the user's violation of policy or normal activities. Then you have to installing and operating traps to record the information about the intruders. You even have to install some extra softwares or programs so that they will provide the traps to record the or to collect the information about the intruders. So these are the variety of functions which is being performed by the intrusion detection system. Let's see the next question. Mention the different types of firewalls. So you have to mention the different types of firewalls here. So the firewalls. So before going to types of firewall, we'll understand what we mean by firewall. A firewall is a device that filters all traffic between a protected or inside network. You can say it is inside network, and a less trustworthy or outside of network. Means both it will filter out inside as well as outside the network. Usually firewall runs on a dedicated device because it is a single point through which traffic is channeled or performance is important, which means non-firewall function should not be done on the same machine because a firewall is an executable code. The attacker could compromise that code and execute from the firewall devices. Thus, the fewer pieces of a code on the device, the fewer tools the attacker would have by compromising the firewall. Firewall code usually runs on a proprietary or a careful minimized operating system. The main purpose or goal, you can say, of the firewall is to keep bad things outside a protected environment. So there are different type of firewalls are there. Firewall have a wide range of capability, and types of firewall includes packet filtering firewall, stateful inspection firewall, privacy firewall, cards and personal firewall. Let's understand this packet filtering firewall one by one. Packet filtering firewalls or a packet filtering gateway applies a set of rules to each incoming IP packets and then forward or discard the packets. So what it will monitor or it will apply the set of rules to which are coming from incoming IP packets, and then it will decide whether this packet contains the usual information or no, and then it will decide whether this packet has to be forwarded or discarded. If that packet contains some unusual information, then it will be discarded there only. The second one, stateful inspection firewall. Stateful inspection firewall is a network firewall that tracks the operating state and characteristics of network connection which are traversing it. Means what? It monitors the network all activities, and then it will tracks what are the operating states are there, what are the characteristics are there of the normal network connection, and then when you are working in the network, the all they have to traverse the connection, whether connection are working properly or not. That is the work of stateful inspection firewall. Then guards. A guard is a sophisticated firewall, like a proxy firewall. It receives protocol data units and then it interprets and then them and passes through the same or a different protocol data units. The next is personal firewall. A personal firewall is an application which controls network traffic to and from computer, which will decide whether to permitting them or to deny them for communication, which are based on the security policy. If they come under the security policy, then it allows them to communicate. If they are not coming under that policy, then they will be discarded. So typically it works as an application layer firewall. So this is also called as an application layer firewall. So these are the important firewalls. One more firewall is there, that is a proxy firewalls. A proxy firewalls are also called an application layer firewalls. Is a firewall that simulates the proper effect of an application, so that application will receive only request to act proper guidelines and proper behavior. So this is the proxy firewalls. Let's see the next question, that is describe the classification of IDS. Intrusion detection systems are typically divided into the main two categories depending on how they monitoring the activities. So like that it is being categorized by mainly two. One is a host-based IDS systems and another is a network-based IDS system. So host-based IDS system is designed to examine only or it is designed to examine only activity on a specific host. A host-based IDS is a system that examines log files, audit trails, and network traffic coming into or leaving a specific host. Host-based IDS can operate in a real time, looking for activity as it occurs, or batch mode, looking for activity on a periodic basis. Host-based IDS can be installed on many different types of machines, servers, workstation, and notebook computers. Host-based IDS is a system of sensors that are loaded on a various machines and controlled on a central managers. So as you know, host-based is basically work on the single PC and it will monitor or it will examine the log files, the audit trails on the network traffic. It mainly consists or composite of a many sensors. So there are five basic types of host-based IDS sensors are there. The first one is a log analyzer. Signature-based sensor is there. Then system call analyzer is there. Application behavior analyzers is there. File integrity checkers is there. So the log analyzers do exactly what its name implies. A process runs on the server and watches the appropriate log files on the system. If log entry appears that matches some criteria in the host-based IDS sensor process, and then action will be taken. That is the work of log analyzer. Then signature-based sensor has a set of built-in security event signatures that are matched against either incoming network traffic or log entries. So the difference between the signature based and the log analyzer sensor in the addition of the ability to analyze incoming traffic. Third one comes the system call analyzer, differ from log analyzer and the sensor based analyzer. Log analyzers and sensor based sensors are able to prevent an action from occurring in case of system call analyzer. If an application makes a call that matches the signature of a buffer overflow. The next comes application behavior analyzers are similar to a system call analyzers in that they are implemented as a software shim between the applications and the operating system. In the case of behavior analyzers, the sensor examines the call to see if the application is allowed to perform the action rather than examining the code to see. The next last comes sensor, that is file integrity checkers. The file integrity checkers check for changes in the file. This is accomplished through the use of cryptographic checksum or digital signature of the file. So these are the important sensors which are used in host-based IDS system. Let's see the next, network-based IDS system. Network-based IDS came along a few years after host-based system has been implemented. After running the host-based IDS system for a while, many organizations has grew tired of the times, energy and expense which involved with managing the first generation of these systems. Means that net host based is dedicatedly working for the only one PC or one host. It is not maintaining the network based all the functionality. So they are tired of giving the time and all. So they are decided to we have to form a new idea system which will work on the network, not on the host. So the desire for a better way to breathe along with the amount of malicious activity since coming across the network themselves. Malicious are the activities which is unwanted things are there or unwanted activity which makes harm, which creates threat to the organization. A network-based ideas, as the name suggests, it focuses on the network, the traffic, the bits and the bytes which are traveling along the cables and the wires that interconnect the systems. Network-based ideas are typically deployed so that they can monitor the traffic in as well as and out of an organization, which contains the major links which are connections to the internet, remote offices or the partner and excited. So network-based ideas exist as a software process on a dedicated hardware system. The network-based ideas places the network interface card on the system into the promiscuous mode, meaning that the card passes all traffic on network to the network-based ideas software. The traffic is then analyzed according to a set of rules and attack signatures to determine if it is a traffic of interest. If it is an event is generated. At this time, the network-based IDS systems are preliminary signature-based. This means that a set of attack signature has been built into the systems and these are compared against the traffic on the wire. If attacker is used that is not in the signature file, the network-based IDS will not pick it up. Network-based IDS system also have the capability to specify traffic of interest based on the source address, source port or destination port. This allows organization to define traffic to watch for that is outside of the attack signature. So this work will perform by the network-based idea system. So network-based ideas exist a software process on a dedicated hardware system. Network based, this is the network interface card on the system for monitoring the traffic and all. The traffic is then analyzed according to a of rules and attack signature to determine if it is a traffic of interest or no. The most common configuration for a network based ideas is used to network interface cards. There are two different network interface cards is there which will monitor inside the network and which will monitor the outside of the network. So NIC first NIC is in the normal mode for communication to the management system, and then still the NIC card is there which is in a promiscuous mode which will monitor the network. Let's see the next question. Explain the need for firewall. So as you know, firewall, whenever we install any operating system and all that, in that always firewall is there. A firewall is a device that filters out all traffic between protected or inside network and a less trustworthy or outside the network. Usually a firewall runs on a dedicated device because it is a single point through which traffic is channeled. Performance is important, which means non-firewall function should not be done on the same machine. The firewall is having the executable code. The attacker could compromise that code and execute from the firewall devices. So the fewer piece of code on the device, the fewer tools the attackers can use that and would have any compromising the firewalls. So firewall code usually runs on a proprietary or careful minimized operating system. The purpose of firewall is to keep the bad things outside, or we need to protect our environment. To accomplish, the firewall implements a security that is specially designed to address what bad things might happen in the system. For example, the policy might be to prevent any access from outside. Alternatively, the policy might permit the access only from the certain place, from certain users, or from certain activities. The part of the challenging of protecting network with a firewall is determining which security policy meets the needs of the installation. A firewall is a network access control device that is designed to deny all traffic except that which is explicitly allowed. Let's see the next question. Explain the IPsec, Internet Protocol Security. IPsec means Internet Protocol Security. So IPsec is a set of protocols which is developed by the Internet Engineering Task Force for encryption purpose, for authentication of TCP/IP traffic. So this is a leading standard that cryptographically based authentication and integrity privacy services which is being given by the IP security. So whenever we are working on the internet or when we are browsing something from the outside the world, then for the important or privacy information we need to provide the security. Then how the security aspect has been covered by giving the encryption, by providing the authentication. So there are many cryptographical algorithms are based which makes the authentication, which provide the integrity and the privacy services. So what are the benefits of Internet Protocol Security? When IPsec is implemented in a firewall or it provides a strong security. IPsec is also included in the firewall. It has a capacity of resistance to bypass if all traffic from outside must use IP. And then firewall is the only means of entrance from the internet to the organization. Internet protocol security is below to the transport layers, so applications are transferred. IPsec can also provide the security for the individual users if they are required. Then IPsec can be transferred to the end users. End users are the users who are directly or indirectly affecting by the making use of computers, or you can say those are using the computers. Let's see the next question. That is seventh one. Describe the malicious software and its types. So malicious software are the programs that corrupts other programs or pose severe security threats to system, and this falls into two categories: host dependent programs and host independent programs. So let's see one by one. The first is host independent program. So host independent programs contains trapdoors, logic bomb, Trojan horse and all. So first we'll see what is meant by trapdoor. It is a secret entry point into computer that allows someone who is aware of the trapdoors to gain access without going through the normal methods of authentication. Means its intention only is damaging something into the computer or grabbing some information from that, so that at that time the attacker will use the trapdoor where they will find the weakest point or secret point where from that they can carry out the attack. The next comes the logic bomb. The logic bomb is a code which is embedded in some legitimate programs, and then that checks for certain conditions to met. When the conditions are met, it performs certain unauthorized actions and then it explodes. Means what the already whatever the system files are there in that, then they will introduce their code, and then they'll try to damage the programs, and then they will expose the attack. The next, Trojan horse. A Trojan horse is a program that appears to be useful, but it contains some hidden code which, when executed, performs some unwanted functions. Due to that, the system speed will get reduced. So the system will not able to perform some functions and all that. That this way the Trojan horse will attack carried out. Then Trojan mule. A Trojan mule is a program that simulates the login session and displays the login screen that appears as a Gemini. It is a user unaware of the programmer enter ID, password, then program records the login session and then terminates. I usually know everyone knows what is meant by virus. A virus is a self-replicating program which infects other programs either by modifying them directly or by modifying the environment in the which they operate. Many times in your pen drive, when you insert the pen drive into the PC, you will get the new files like love, sweet, sweetheart, like that, which are contain the 0 KB. When you delete again, it will create again duplicate copies of creating. That is nothing but the virus. Next, we will see the category that is host independent programs. Here, bacteria will come and then worms will come. Now, bacteria are the programs that consume the system resources. Their main intention is to consuming the resource of the computers. How they will consume that? By replicating again and again their self. So the program do not explicitly damage any file, but just their main intention is to uh, reduce the space of the computer. Next comes worms. The network worms program replicates itself and sends copies from one computer to another across a network connection. So once active within a system, it can behave like virus or a bacteria. Worms can also implant Trojan horses. In addition, they will also propagate, usually perform some destructive action to the computers. So it will make a program slow process. So that's the work of worms. Let's see the next question, that is describe the misbehavior signature versus signature detection with its disadvantages. Misbehavior signature versus signature detection. System processing information on abnormal or unsafe behavior are often used in a real-time intrusion detection because of their low computational complexity. The misbehavior signature falls into the two categories. One is attack signature and then select text strings. They describe the action patterns that may pose a security threat. Typically, they are presented as a time-dependent relationship between the series of activities that may be interlaced with the neutral ones. Selected text strings signature to match that text string which looks for suspicious actions, like for example calling, etc., or password. Any action that is not clearly considered prohibited is allowed. Hence, their accuracy is very low. Low number of false alarms are there. Then they are typically they don't know achieve not achieve completeness and are not immune to novel the attacks. So there are mainly two main approaches associated with the signature detection. First one is verification of pathology of lower layer packets, and then verification of application layer protocols. The verification of pathology of lower layer packets, many types of attacks, ping of death or TCP still scanning, these attacks are there. Then it exploits the flaws in Internet Protocol or TCP protocol or UDP protocol or ICMP protocol packets with a very simple verification of flags set on a specific packet. It is possible to determine whether a packet is legitimate or not. Difficulties may encounter with possible packet fragmentation and the need for reassembly. Similarly, some problems may be associated with the TCP/IP layer of the system being protected. It is well known that the hackers use the packets fragmentation to bypass many IDS tools. Second comes verification of application layer protocols. As you know, the protocol will set the rules and regulation to the users that many types of attackers are programming flaws will there. For example, out of band data sent to establish network connection or in order to effectively detect such attacks. The IDS must have implemented many application layer protocols. So the signature detection methods have the following advantages. Very low false alarm rate is there. Simple algorithms are there. Easy creation of the attacks is there. Then signature databases they will maintain. Then easy implementation or typically minimum system resources are used there. The disadvantages of these methods are very difficult in updating information on a different attacks. When the maintaining the attacker signature database is always updated as appropriate because every day the new attacks will be more developed. Then it is very difficult to make the signature for that. They are inherently unable to detect unknown novel attacks. A continuous update of the attack signature database for correction is must. Maintenance of IDS is necessarily connected with analyzing and patching of security holes where is a time when very time is consuming at that process. The attacker has always knowledge his operating environment which depends so misbehavior signature based intrusion detection system must be configured where strict compliances with the operating system is made like the version, platform, application, etc. has been used. They seem to have difficulty in handling internal attacks, typically abuse of legitimate user privileges. The user has a illegitimate user will take the privileges as a privileged user. Then it is not sensed by the system or the malicious activity is not detected at that time. So these are some disadvantages of using the IDS systems. So thank you.